Hi, Philip Griffith here again with PSG Photo Solutions, and this time I'm with Natasha Lee, and you are from South Africa. Where in South Africa?
I'm from a city called Durban, which is on the east coast of South Africa. Yeah.
And you're all the way here in San Diego, California.
Yes.
So you travel far away for this conference.
I certainly have, but I will travel a long way to be among people who all recognize the importance and the enjoyment that we get out of preserving people's memories and photos and making sure everything's safe. And, you know, these are my people.
Yeah. So what are some of the issues that you find with your clients there in South Africa?
Okay, so one of my main services is PhotoBooks. So in making PhotoBooks, you know, my clients are wanting to page through their memories, sit down with their children, enjoy, show others what they've been up to for the year, or a holiday, or something like that. But when they come to me, when making photo book projects, a lot of people are daunted by firstly getting the photos to me. You know, like that whole process of choosing the photos that they'd like to go in. So as a photo manager, we've got a very quick eye, and we are able to, you know, make that process way less daunting. So some of my clients will give me an entire selection of their photos, and it becomes my job to dig through, find the gems, and put the story together so that they can have that photo book that they really want.
Oh, great. And what's a project that you've done in the past year that was particularly interesting?
Okay, so interesting for me, I'm not really big into genealogy, but I love the idea of families preserving really important information. So my recent client, Lee, wanted to do a family history book. And what she did there was, or what I did to start off the process, was a simple sheet where you basically record the information of the parents, the grandparents, the children. And that includes something as simple as their birth dates, the marriage dates if they got married, if they've passed away the day they died. So that at least in one book, if you ever want to know someone's birthday, right from the great-grandparents, you can page through the photo book and that information will be there. So after they've filled in that sheet and we've had a discussion and we get through the hurdle of getting the images, you know, helping our clients get them off phones, because nowadays they're just in the cloud and they're not really sure how to get them from the cloud off the phones to somebody so that we can then put it into photo book programs. So, you know, having that little sheet and that kind of guidance and then a discussion with the client on what they really want to include in the book, that book then basically began to take shape. And it was really quite big because, you know, depending on the size of the family, the number of children, the number of grandchildren, the cousins, and you can include as much information as you want. She really wanted to dive quite deep into that information. And then when we finished the project, we were able to customize each person's copy.
Oh.
Yeah, so for the main client, she wanted everything, you know, her brothers, her sister, all of the pages. But for her brother, for example, you know, he didn't necessarily want as many pages of his sister's children, or even the sister's children engagement and, you know, those type of details. So we made, I think we made 4 copies in the end. One was for her, one was for the brother, one was for the sister, and then one was for the children. But down the line, and a really good include an add-on is that we can have a digital copy of that. So
perfect.
The children at the moment, they might not want the physical copy, but you know, they've now got an electronic copy of that project as well.
Yeah. And if you think about it, in 100 years, rather than handing that person a million photos, if they had a book like that that told the story of each generation, that becomes so valuable.
Absolutely. And they're kind of like a capsule, you know, it's a capsule which contains all that really important information and stories that you want to tell. To be honest, if you want to tell further stories, I think you need to then branch into a more memoir or journal or that kind of approach. But if you're wanting to get the nutshell of the information all in one place, together with the precious photos, that would be a good place to start.
So genealogy, marriage with photo management.
Yes.
Oh, great.
And design and creativity. And,
Yes.
that's what I love about making photo books
Yeah.
is, knowing which photos to enlarge, which ones to keep smaller, how to unfold that story in a visually beautiful way.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Well, continue to look here for further conversations with other photo managers and learning more. See you next time.